I woke up this morning and I had a nosebleed. My entire bed is bloody. It is not looking good. Let's get this out. Alright, anyways, please don't bleed in the middle of this video. Now, real quick before I begin this episode off, I want to express my gratitude to you guys because apparently I am one of the most viewed channels out there when it comes to Mother 4, and this is incredibly mind-boggling to me, guys. Thank you guys so much for all the support, because while I am a devoted Earthbound fan at heart, I don't know if I would be able to get my opinion to you guys if it weren't for your continued love and your continued commenting and liking on my videos. I am loving giving you guys these Mother 4 news, giving you guys these updates for this amazing fan project, and there's only going to be more to come. Anyway, guys, without further ado, hey guys, I'm the Sky Spire, and welcome back to some more Mother 4 news! Today, I am actually very on time. Check it out. We got a new update. It's a little short, but check it out. Posted today at 9:28. It is 9:57. Let's go. This is looking good. Oh god, I already feel some bleeding coming on. Please. Anyways, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. This one, while it does seem to be another one of the little excuse updates, this one's actually pretty cool because it does show off new information that we didn't know about. It's a sort of a Q&A thing, and I might be posting my own. I don't have a Tumblr. Nope, might not be posting my own stuff. But I mean, hey, you guys could leave in the comment section below other questions that you would want to ask the Mother 4 team. Who knows? I might get around to it. Anyways. Hey everyone, it's been a while since we've posted, sorry about that. Shortly after we'd announced we'd be ceasing the scheduled updates, we started to receive a lot more questions than usual, so tonight we'll be answering some of them and sneaking in some relevant images. Without further ado, here's our answers. Okay, so these are, oddly enough, half of these questions have already been answered, but whatever, right? The maps look pretty big. Will we be able to run? Yes. Hold down the cancel button for a moment and release to dash. That works just like it does in Mother 3. And I'm very glad that this is the case because in Earthbound there was no dash. You had to have a bicycle in your inventory, and considering the small-ish size of the inventory in Earthbound, it wasn't that worth it. Just walk around, honestly. Sometimes I'd use teleport to run around, which is very weird, but hey. Not teleport as in a warp to another area. No, teleport as in just using the speed boost. I was a dumb kid. Not only that, but Mother 1's running system is very odd. There wasn't running, and then you could run, but really the run button just sped up the game, so it made enemies go faster as well. Or not that, but it made everything go faster. And just like in Mother 3, getting sick or hurt prevents you from running. There's a tap on this cactus, take a drink. Okay, Travis is drinking from it. Oh, uh-oh. Oh no! Oh! Ooh! That is not good! It tasted the way you imagine gasoline tasting. Travis got nauseous. Oh no! Uh-oh, shut up. Dude, that is so sad, Travis! So, what is this place? This is a sort of desert town, and after the end of this, I want to go back to the map of, okay, Pleiades. That's what you guys told me it was pronounced, Pleiades. I'm going to be going back to the map, the overworld map, and I want to see if we can try to deduce what this desert town is, since this is a new town. Meanwhile, we have Travis drinking gasoline from a cactus. Oh no, that's not good. I love how Meryl and Floyd both back up oh no. Anyways, are there any new PSI abilities being added? Yes, although we aren't quite ready to show off all the new stuff, we can say that a lot of our focus on new abilities is aimed towards support abilities and the countering of support abilities, and this goes for enemies as well. However, even returning PSI powers will be getting attention and additional effects, so let's take a look at the one that they show here, because we already know it's PSI shield, or shield, let's see. Okay, shield, yeah. Okay, so the effect is similar to, I guess, Earthbound's, where it is a sort of effect coming in from both sides, and then they overlap like that. So this is how this effect looks as well. One thing that I want to bring up, something I absolutely love about the, about Mother 4's health bars, is the 4 health bars are on the bottom, but apparently it looks like whenever you get a status ailment, the health bar will look different. Like if you're frozen, then that character's health bar will look blue and icy. I'm guessing if you're fainted, it's red, but it's a lot of different things depending on the status ailment. And check it out, even if you're shielding, you have a little effect on it. I like that a lot. What kinds of things? I kind of wish that and it doesn't appear like it, but I kind of wish that when you use the shield, then it permanently changed your status to like maybe glowing white. Like it glows white during the attack itself, during the shield. But I wish that the effect stayed there so that as you're fighting, you'll remember that you have a shield up. Because I mean, that's stuff you can forget. I don't know. That's my personal thing. Just you know, just so that you can constantly have a like for example, a glowing white or a gilded health bar, you know, just so that you know that there's a shield up. And if PSI shield is back, same thing but purple, that kind of stuff. Because I'm loving what they're doing with the whole getting cold or burnt or something like that. Anyways, what kind of things are returning? Is a particular enemy, song, character returning? If it's been in every official Mother game, it's a safe bet to assume we're including it. Things like flowers, sidewalks, gangsters, rats, Pollyanna, birds, dogs, Pollyanna. I'm pretty sure the music playing right now is also Pollyanna. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. Gangsters, rats, Pollyanna, birds, dogs, boys, girls, etc., etc. However, previous characters are not returning. Okay, this was already in the FAQ, which was a big point of Mother 4, which is the fact that this isn't exactly a sequel, more a spiritual successor. Because while it did, for example, seem... Oh, this is... that's spoilers for Mother 3. I was gonna say some stuff. Let me take that back. But basically, while Mother 3 was a sequel to Mother 2, Mother 4 is just a spiritual successor to the 3, which is really relevant to this question right here. But anyways, is a particular enemy song character missing? No Ness, no Porky, no Gygas, no Lucas, not even Nintendo. Mr. Saturn's a returning element, but as there's no one Mr. Saturn character, this doesn't really count. Gangsters, though. Gangsters are coming back. And we have this. Leo used PK Fire, and Punk Assassin went back to normal. Punk Enforcer went back to normal. Oh, God. The awesome thing is, Leo, he's the one... He's the one character out of the main group which isn't exactly a kid. He's a gangster. He's the oldest out of all of them. I love the idea of Leo being the most powerful PSI user of all of them. And I'm not saying it has to be like this, but I just like the idea of like this gangster from the slums being this psychic... come on, it's kind of cool, you know? But as for this, off topic, none of the main plot points from Mother 2 and 3, or I guess 1 if we're going to 10, but I mean, you know, I was more thinking about Porky, because he was the main, I guess, thread that tied 2 and 3 together. But anyways, there's none of that. This is a completely original series, but I mean, it's still keeping the essence of the Mother series with the Mr. Saturns, some returning characters, I believe they said. I think they just said Mr. Saturn's returning and some other characters are returning. I don't know what that means, since most characters tend to be one-off. Porky was in both games. That's about it, honestly. Which is why I find that very odd. But anyways, what hardware... We can go look at the FAQ in a little bit. What hardware will be compatible with Mother 4? The game will run on Windows, Mac OS, and Linux, desktop and laptop computers. We can't guarantee support on other platforms. Basically, in their FAQ, they said that you can run this on basically a potato, and I didn't have a potato, but I got an Alienware 17 now, so we are looking good, man. A lot of Nintendo fan games have okay, this is what I was worried about. Stuff like AM2R, for example, this is the stuff I was worried about. A lot of Nintendo fan games have been taken down recently. Has Nintendo contacted you or taken any action against you yet? What will you do if you do? English is not my strong point, okay? It's my mother tongue, and it's not my strong point. So far, we haven't heard anything. If we do, we'll do everything in our power to make sure you guys get a game, even if we have to release under a different name after removing any copyrighted material and systems. Our goal is to pay respect and tribute to the Mother series, not fight the people who made it. This is the huge part. This is the worst thing that can happen, and considering Nintendo, what they're currently doing right now, I'm very iffy on Nintendo's current standing right now. When it comes down to the new games that they're releasing, a lot of them besides Breath of the Wild and Sun and Moon. But what I'm really hating about them is their disencouragement of any fan projects regarding their work. It is aggravating that they are not willing to let anybody else make a fan project, make a fan game. Lots of fan games have been being taken down, and I am hating that because it's not... People will be working on these games for so long. I heard so many news about AM2R, which is a Metroid 2 remake. A fan remake of Metroid 2, which is amazing. I played that thing like to death. This game was supported for so long. It was in the making for years, kind of like Mother 4. And after its release, that's when Nintendo came up and ruined it all. It was aggravating, let me tell you that much. So, because of that, that is the worst possible thing that can happen to Mother 4, and it can happen at any moment. All it takes is that decision to come through from Nintendo. And that is, oh my gosh, I'm so hoping that doesn't happen. Because, honestly, that is the limit. Because when you've canceled that many fan projects and when you're making your own games, when you should know that the games that you're putting out there are not, you know, they're just, when you know they're just Mario fuel and not actual good games that we want, whatever. I'm just gonna go on. I think I got a little too personal there. I'm sorry. I need a tissue now. Oh god, that's nasty. I almost got the bloody tissue. Why are you still calling the game Mother 4? Why not Stepmother or Mother Gaiden or an original title? This is a bit more of a... this is an interesting question. If you are trying to deviate from the Mother series a little bit, then I do like the idea of Mother Gaiden or an original title, because it's a spiritual successor. Kind of along the lines of Xenoblade Chronicles X, not 2, but, I mean, hey. Well, I mean, this is made by different people, so bad analogy, but you get the point. AM2R, there you go. This is a pretty common question, especially lately with the above concern taken into account, and we absolutely understand why. The Mother series is precious to a lot of people, and that includes us. We're not out to fill in any blanks or any calls to action or assume any duties, because this will never be the Mother 4. That was never the intention. Keep in mind that Shigesato Itoi himself said in an interview that there will be no Mother 4, and this was during an interview about Mother 3, where the interviewer asked him, will there be no Mother 4, and he said no, only 3 games in the series, no Mother 4. He didn't even talk about it for that long, but he was very clear that he only wanted to make the Mother series a trilogy. When Mother 3 first released, a lot of people played through the game without even knowing Japanese, instead relying on the expressive characters and setting to tell the story. Even before they read the story in English, people were wondering what could come next. In this way, Mother games seem particularly strong. People don't just play them. Through fan art, comics, costumes, ideas, theories, communities, even games, they seem to play with Mother games. And that is the seemingly magical thing about the Mother fan base. How universally, throughout how many years, people have adored these games just because of how legendary they were. It's very hard to describe it, but they aren't exactly the kind of guys who are always like, I don't know how to describe it, but kind of like the Undertale fan base, which is always one that I'm willing to roast. They're not like those guys where it's just the most toxic thing, where you'll abuse one character, where you'll post memes of it all over the internet. No, it's an old game, so, I mean, memes aren't that easy to come across. But, I mean, there still are the running jokes from, I guess, Earthbound. The picture guy? The picture guy. It's not so much memes, it's more iconic elements of a series that, taken into 2016, really ring throughout the series, even now. That is what's so amazing about the series, because it can have all of these running jokes, running humor, the fact that it can tell a story with so many psychological aspects and so many themes that it really knows how to do it. At the same time, it can throw in its funny humor. It's how it legendarily puts these together is why we love this series. And how did the fans receive it? I mean, check it out. Through fan art, comics, costumes, ideas, theories, communities, even games. They seem to play with Mother games. And Shigesato Itoi even knew this, because during the anniversary of the Earthbound series, when he released Earthbound Beginnings, he even expressed his gratitude for this, because it is an amazing fan base. We're doing the same thing because all of us are still in love with the world and characters we grew up playing with. We still wonder what could come next, relatively speaking, and our version of Mother 4 presents just one possibility, expressed through us playing with the setting that has been laid out ahead of time. Ultimately, just making this game has been its own reward, even if it winds up being another dead leaf in the playground of the Mother universe. Of course, if people wind up liking our answer, that's just fine too. And this is the thing. The Mother 4 project is incredibly ambitious. It could just be seen as another fan game, but it really isn't just that. When you take into account how many years it's been in the making and how they're willing to go for this specific game. A game that has theming around the entirety of the Mother games, but at the same time is telling a whole new story. If it was telling the same story of Ness and Gygas, you would still get the feeling that it was, oh yeah, just a fan project, just to continue the legacy of the Mother series. But in its own way, this is more special. This is more likable in a way. You guys are taking too long. Oh my god, this question is literally like 70% of any questions that you will ever see on any Mother 4 thing ever. You guys are taking too long. What? That's why we appreciate your patience so much. We're hobbyists and amateurs, but we try our best even if it doesn't always go the best. For example, this post is about a week late, and we can't say anything much other than we're glad that you're still here to read it. I can't say much more than that. I've defended this point like 5 times now. So what about updates? While we're always working on the game, we definitely understand the anxiousness when we go quiet or miss a deadline. Oh my god! We're still trying new things and we'll continue to on this front. We'll get it sooner rather than later. And in the meantime, we absolutely appreciate your patience here too. You're really great to us. Really appreciate it. Oh my god, so good! Really, thank you from the bottom of all of our hearts. We'll see you next update. We'll be going into a little more detail on one of those first 3 questions then, meaning this question about the maps, or the PSI abilities, or returning things. And this is really what I want to see, because if they talk about returning characters, then I can attempt to analyze what other characters might be introduced, what other PSI abilities, what other anything. I can try to deduce that if they talk about what kinds of things are returning. As for the maps, we've already gotten a few things about the maps, but hey, as for these characters, I mean, check it out. I like this a lot. Everyone looks like I like how they're all bowing. That's so cute. That's so adorable. And you have Leo just like, Meanwhile, Travis is like, oh yeah, I love Travis right here. Travis looks so adorable. Travis, Zach, Floyd, Meryl, Leo, and there's Mr. Saturn. Mr. Saturn is right over there. But besides that, these two really remind me of characters in Tasmilly Village. You remind me of the reggae dude. Then you 3 look original, but hey. Alright, let's take a look at some comments. 127 comments, and this update barely started. A cactus filled with gasoline instead of juice? Didn't see that one coming. Also, do your best, don't rush, and most of all, you can do it. It wasn't filled with gasoline, it was filled with foul-tasting juice that tasted like how you would imagine that gasoline tastes. I think the implication was that there were gasoline all along. It was probably just straight up gasoline. It's a freaking desert. It's a freaking desert. I don't think it's fair to call yourselves hobbyists and amateurs. You guys are making a mother game from scratch. Probably only people involved in creative work understood how hard that could be. Long development could kill the team spirit, thus the project, but you guys are still working on it, making progress no matter how slow it may be. On the other hand, I'm not getting younger and would like to play sooner or later though. Whew. I mean, okay, this guy, Kiane Fox. I'm never gonna pronounce your name right. I'm so sorry. He has a point. I mean, we all want the game, but at this point, and especially now with Nintendo's current state of affairs, I don't have any good games to play anymore. So hey, it's a little sad. I've started playing what's it called? The Zero Escape series. 9 persons, 9 hours, 9 doors. I got that wrong. 9 to 9. I'm playing that. Anyways, off topic. Haha. Visual novels are fantastic. I've always had faith in you guys, and I know that you're trying your absolute best to make this game the greatest it can be. Keep up the phenomenal work. Nintendo can't take this game. Shigesato Toys, the owner of the Mother series, Nintendo just published it, and Itoi himself said that he wanted to be the player now. That's why he stopped doing Mother games. He did say that. That was a quote from Itoi. I don't think Nintendo should take this one down, and I hope so. Anyways, I hope you guys do a great job with this game. Did Miyamoto say that? Okay. Well, I mean, okay, this quote is actually basically perfect. Sonic 06. No, sorry, I'll take that back. The entire Sonic series. Stop rushing your crap. Anyways, back to this comment right here. Nintendo can't take this game. Not necessarily true. Because that goes for basically every fan creation that they've ever made. Nintendo in the past has always stated that they're willing to be a little bit more open to fans with fan projects. That is not how it is now. With that in mind, I doubt that back then, if someone said that they're willing to say yes to a fan project, I doubt they'll be willing to now. Now it's a lot harder for some reason. I don't understand what Nintendo's doing. They're being very weird now. I'm not gonna be able to get through all the comments. Motherboard's still alive! I know! I was sad too, bro! I was sad too! I had no news to cover! Oh my god! Sidewalks are Look, yo, man, what would we do without him? Walk along the streets, man. I don't want to go back to the olden days. Hype! Just found out about the Mother 4 project today. You guys and gals are doing a major job. Hey, come along the hype train, my boys! Get on the hype train! Be like Wobbuffet, the patient Pokemon. I mean, why not, right? That was a clever pun. I mean that sincerely. Oh, my... Oh, God, stop! Or keep it up. Just keep the updates coming or give us some sign that you're still alive every now and then, and I'll still follow you. I'm sure you're on the top of their list. You're the... Oh, no! Yeah... Whoopsies. That's where it got bad. That's where it got bad. Whoops. I'm gonna skip. Seeing that there's a recent post about Mother 4 film. Out. Oh, God. Undertale is dead, so stop! Okay, I'm sorry. I don't actually hate Undertale, but the fan base is toxic. I don't know. Anyways, I did say that I would go back and check out that that blog with the maps in it. So that would be, let me see if I can find that one. Was it this one? Okay, right here. We have, feel free to zoom in, because if I open a new tab, it's going to appear in the top left where my face cam is. Bell Station. Okay, so Bell Ring, that's where Travis starts out. Pennyburg is where Floyd starts out. Citrus Hills doesn't appear here, which is where... Citrus Hills is where Meryl's from, but we don't see that here. Now, as for... So, Bell Station is probably... I mean, this line going everywhere, it's probably the train. Let's be honest. It's probably the train. Not necessarily. No, it says Bell Station. Yeah. Valentine Station, Union Station. And by the way, Union City. I lived there for a while. There's a real place called Union City, and that's where I lived. That's where Susam lived, rather. Dolore. I imagine that to be... That could be it. Dolore. I don't imagine that being a snowy area, even though it appears in the top right. Huh. Interesting. Echo Gulch. Oh, Gulch! Why did I ignore that? Okay, that one's probably it. Pennyburg is probably like a yellow town. I don't know. Well, I think we saw Pennyburg. Anyways, so that is that, and I think... But yeah, so I think, besides that, the main thing that I really wanted to know is, this right here. The maps look pretty big. I don't know. I never really got that. Feeling. I hope they are. I definitely hope they are. Because while I think that this game might not be the best when it comes to replay value, I will replay it, obviously. But while I'm a little scared that this game might not be that good in replay value, that's why I'm hoping that the maps themselves, or I guess the game in general, is bigger, so that I don't feel bad about having to, or not coming back to this game. Because take a game like Undertale, I've only played it once. Because, it's a decently big story, but I don't know, like once you play it once through, it feels like you get so much of the experience, and I don't feel motivation to replay it. And that's the case with exposition heavy stories, which is why it's okay if Mother 4 doesn't have that. But that's why I hope it makes a very big impact when you're first playing it, which for me personally, just for me, this kind of comes down to the amount of content in the game. As in, if we're talking about an RPG, how big the world is. How many, I guess, not quests. The Mother series doesn't have quests. But how many things there are to do. That is what it comes down to in the Mother 4 game, in this Mother 4 game, and I really hope that they're willing to go somewhere with that. Anyway, guys, so, I think that should be about it for today. I am happy about how on time I am for this update. I am looking forward to it, and make sure, guys, to look forward to all further Mother 4 news. Next time we're gonna be, my guess is that we're gonna be looking at returning things from previous Mother games. It might be, it might be a little weird. We know some characters that are coming back, mostly the Mr. Saturns, maybe some music. I'm hoping for another piece of music that'll come back. The normal battle theme, or one of the battle themes for a Mother 1, was originally going to be in Mother 4, but it was scrapped out. So that begs some questions. There might have been some stuff that they didn't scrap out, and that might be what they're talking about next. Who knows? It could also be just the maps, which I am also perfectly happy with. But yeah. Anyway, guys, so thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a comment down below asking what would you ask the Mother 4 team? What do you hope from all this? What do you think of this update? You know, anything helps, you know? And make sure, as always, to like, comment, and subscribe for more on Mother 4 and all other things Nintendo. I'm the Sky Spire, and until then.